let's have first a review. So last meeting, we had discussed about the simple interest. So when we have a simple interest, it means it is simple. It is not complicated. What are the constant here in the simple interest? So we have the interest as the I is equals to principal times the rate times the time. So we also discussed that in the interest, this is constant. So every month it is, so for example, monthly, it increases or it does not change. It is constant. So if example, the interest is 100. So for every month or per interval, it is 100. And the principal also did not change. The rate also, of course, is constant. And the time, of course, kung saan siya mag-end. And the interest, I think, ang problema dito is yung interest na sinasabi is not the rate, of course. It is the increase of the money or the decrease of the money. The principal amount is our initial amount or the capital. And the rate here is the percentage of increase. And the time here is the accumulated or the needed time to be completed. Or there are cases na itong rate dito, of course, ang rate dito, magsasabi talaga siya na, okay, 2% monthly. So, nilalagay talaga yun siya. And then, this one's, for example, 3 years. So, malalaman natin na month, ang atong basis, and then that is for a time period of 3 years. So, it means that at the end, you will receive your money at the end of 3 years. Or, depende sa. And we have here the simple interest formula. So this is derived from this I equals PRT, dividing by P times T, dividing by P times R, and dividing by T times R. You will get this formula. And we also have this triangle. And this triangle is, we have the S and the percent and the of. And the time is to be used as a multiplier. So andito ang time. Gitna. So the I here represent the interest, and the percent here represent the R, and these all represent the principal. So I think we already discussed this one. Do you have any question? Na-discuss ko na ba ito?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes po, sir.
So with that, let's proceed with the compound interest. In the compound interest also, we have this letter A. The letter A here represents the maturity value or the value at the end of the period, where P is our principal amount or the initial amount, and the R here represent the rate, and K here represent the period or the interval of compounding the given amount. So, and the T here represent the time. So, very clear that yung ating P ay mag-i-increase talaga yun siya. And hindi constant yung P because alam natin that the compound interest is defined as compounded. It means that the interest will gain an interest. And the interest of the interest will gain another interest and so on. So it means the principal is increasing. It is not constant because kung ang ating capital, say for example, is 100, that means in the next interval or in the next period of the interval for compounding, maa-addan yan siya. Example, ang interest is 10% compound interest. So kung 100, that means 110 na yung capital natin at the second month. So that means the principal is not constant. Okay? And the R here is constant. So it is constant. It is not changing. And the T here, of course, is not also changing. So yung principal lang talaga. And also the interest is changing. So it is increasing. So we have the periods. You have to note that when the period talks about this, we have annually and we have semi-annually or bi-annually. That means K is 2. Quarterly, that means 4. That means 4 times a year. And monthly is 12. So this is very important because that will be used for the value of K here, and then we divide it by the rate by K because yung rate natin is nakasaad din kung in what interval din siya mag-take effect. So kung year siya, it means this is affected by the given period. And today we'll discuss about annuity. So annuity is very ano siya, for insurances. Ginagamit din ito for savings. And this is very important for you as a student, maybe because your parents are saving for you, but your parents saving the money at the given interval. So, parang naghulog ka sa alkansya. And we also note that kung maghulog ka sa alkansya, or for example, sa savings using the annuity, you have your interval, you have your fixed interval or fixed period at a fixed payment or fixed amount. So when we say a sequence of payments made at equal interval or periods of time, it is called annuity. So when we say sequence, it is a continuous. The set of natural numbers starts from 1. Of course, first month, mag-start tayo, ang counting is pag bigay ng pera. So the giving of money could start from, example, monthly. Mag-start ka today and then, or it could be magpirma ka ngayon and then magbayad ka at the end of the month. So there are two ways. It could be na ngayon, magpipirma ka with the contract and then you will pay. Or it could be ngayon mag-pay ka, mag-sign ka ng contract and then at the end of the month, mag-pay ka doon. So it means there are two possible ways. And if in this possible way, mas malaki talaga yung tubo ng pera mo kung magbabayad ka at the starting of the contract. Okay, kaysa at the end of the month. Depende sa interval. So say for example, Mark deposited 10,000 on September 11, 2015 and had deposited the same amount on the same date every year until September 11, 2020. So as you can see, there are 5 years. No? 5 years dapat ang kanyang makuha yung pera. Maybe he is projecting something that at the end of 5 years, meron siyang paggagamitan ng pera. It could be a business, it could be a project, or it could be something. The bank credits 2.2% interest compounded annually to Mark's account on the same date. The annuity is shown below. So you have here, the first is the 10,000, then another 10,000. So this is September 11, 2015, the start. And nagbayad naman siya ng 10,000 sa September 11, 2016. And another 10,000 sa 2017 at 10,000 2018, 10,000 for 2019 and 10,000 for 2020. So it means there are 5 years, but when you look at it, there are 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There are 6 times siya nagbayad. It's because starting nagbayad siya. Okay? So as you can see, yung pera dito, kung tutubo siya ng 2.2%, pagdating dito, it means nakatubo na siya ng 2.2%. Diba? And then, yung tubo niya, nandoon na. So, that means 2.2%, that is 220 na? 220 pesos. So, at that 220 pesos na ilagay niya siya dito, that means, kung maglalagay siya ng 10,000 dito, it means, yung pera niya na 10,000 is magiging 10,220, dadagdagan pa. So, that means dito, maging 10,220 na yung kanyang pera na nakatubo. And then this one, this becomes 20,000. When we add this one, 10 plus 10, of course, we've got 20,220, and that will gain another 2.2%. So, the total will be 20,220. That will gain 2.2%. Okay? And then we multiply that one, and then that will be the money. Okay? And after that, mag-add man siya ng 10%, it means yung 22, magkano ba ang 2.2%? Wait lang ha. What is 2.2% of, wait lang. What is 20,220 times 0.022? So the answer is 444.84. So mag-add tayo ng 30,000. Okay? That is 30,220. So dito, yung pera niya, the total will be 30,000. Wait lang. The total will be 30,664.84. Nagsosolve kayo, you may check this one. And then, dagdagan naman niya ng 10,000. So, as you can see, it is increasing. Okay? So, ang kaibahan ng simple annuity or this annuity is, yung kanyang interest ay nag-i-increase din. At the same time, hindi lahat pareho ang increase. So, it depends on the time and so on. Hanggang matapos niya. So, this one is quite intriguing. It's because when you solve it manually, it will give you how many steps? 1, and we have to add, and then 2, and then you have to add, then 3, and then you have to add 4, and then you have 5, and then you have your final answer. And it will give you 6 steps before you will arrive your answer. And by analyzing this, there is a formula that will give you the support on how to do this one. So, first of all, we have types of annuity. We have first one is the simple annuity. So, it is an annuity with the same interest, okay, conversion dates, and payment dates. Okay. So, example, nag-start siya ng September 11, ang kanyang end din ay September 11. The example above is a simple annuity. The payment interval is annually. So, we have to look at the payment interval. So, when you say payment interval, it is the schedule of payment, so, which is the same as the interest period. So, the interest period is the period where your money gains its interest. That the bank credited 2.2% to Mark's account. So, here, the payment interval is annually. Okay, and then the interest period is also compounded annually. General annuity is different, medyo complicated siya because the payment does not coincide with the interest conversion period. It means itong payment interval is different from the interest period. Suppose there are monthly payments. So, monthly payment of 5,000 with 6% interest rate compounded semi-annually. So, as you can see, this is the schedule or the payment period interval. Schedule ng kanyang payment is monthly, pero ang pera niya ay mag-interest ng 6% every semi-annually lang. So, it means every 6 months. Okay, this is compounded semi-annually. So, it means magtigom-tigom after 6 months, then, ayun, mag-take effect ang 6%. And so on. So, it means, kung ito ang ating gagawin, medyo alugi yung kasi yung mag-take effect ng semi-annually lang. So, medyo lugi. Unlike kung every month din ang kanyang interest. So, mantakin mo kung every 6 months or every semi-annually, mag-count ka pa ng 6 before ka So, that means count na mag-add ka pa dito tapos nakatenga lang yung pera mo. No? So, hindi maganda itong dito nga case. But there are cases na hindi man siya i-change natin ito para mas clear. So, maging simple annuity siya. But there are cases na ito ang mangyayari for the sake of saving. Here, the payment interval of the annuity, so the payment interval is monthly, but the interest period is semi-annually, it is 6 months. So, they are not the same, and it is called general annuity. So, very clear that the general annuity is different from simple annuity, and the simple annuity is better than general annuity. Because your money, hindi siya nakatenga doon. It will gain its interest at the given interval. Sorry. So let's have a true or false, and I will call somebody or volunteer somebody. Number 1, write true if the statement is true and F if otherwise, or if not true, of course. Number 1, if equal payments are made at equal intervals, then it is called annuity. True or false? Would like to answer. If equal payments are made at equal intervals. Kung walang magsagot, magtawag. This is true, yes. Yeah. This is true because this is annuity, and we know that annuity is a sequence of equal payments at an equal intervals. So, number 2, in simple annuity, the payment interval is the same as the interest period. Ang schedule ng pagbayad ay the same sa kanyang pag-interest. True or false?
True,
True
sir.
also. And number 3, in general annuity, payment interval should be monthly. Masyadong halata itong number 3. The answer is ang general annuity, ang payment interval daw must be monthly. Ang schedule ng pagbayad ay dapat monthly. Ano pala ang requirement sa general annuity? This is, what's your answer here? Kailangan lang sa general annuity ang payment interval does not coincide with the interest period. So kung, say for example, annual ang interest period, tapos ang iyang pagbayad or payment interval is every 6 months. Every 6 months magbayad ka, pero ang interest period mo ay every year. So that is general annuity. Does it necessarily implies that the payment interval should be monthly? Of course, the answer is false. Why? Because our counterexample could take here that it is quarterly, then the interest period or the interest is annually. So, the payment interval and schedule ng kanyang pagbayad ay every 3 months, pero ang kanyang pag-interest ay every year. So, that is an example of a general annuity. Okay? So, that means the answer is false. It must not be for all that is monthly. Letter B, fill in the blanks. For each item, identify the payment interval. So we have to identify the payment interval, yung schedule ng pagbayad niya, and the interest period. So number 1, a deposit of 2,000 was made at the end of each month to an account that earns 5% interest compounded monthly. So what is the payment interval? Anybody? Can you write your answer on the chat box? Yes. What's your answer here? What is the payment interval? A deposit of 2,000 was made at the end of each month to an account that earns 5%. Okay, wala pa akong nakita na nag-chat. What is the payment interval? Wala pa akong nakita nag-chat. Yes. So, according kay Z-Skirt, it's end of each month or say monthly. End monthly. Because when we say annuity, it means you are paying successively, but you have 2 options. It could be the starting or it could be the ending. So in here, at the end of each month. Okay? So this is a payment interval that is monthly. Okay? Pero sa end siya magbayad. So end of the month. Okay, how about the interest period? It is also compounded monthly. Okay? So, pagbayad mo, automatic may interest siya. Number 2, installment payments are made at the end. So, this is different because dito is a deposit. This one is an installment. Are made at the end of each month. So, usually, ito yung ginagamit ng mga, mga sasakyan. Monthly yung payment mo, you have your down payments, and you have your monthly amortization or monthly payment. So, for a loan, that charges 1.05% interest compounded annually. As if, for example, mag-utang ka ng motor, usually, ang ano niyan, yearly is, makaabot siya ng 15 to 20% na interest. So, if the amount of the motor is, for example, 60,000, so, probably, it will take you to 72,000 to 104,000 pesos range. So, interest compounded annually. Payment interval. Depending on the number of years, no, the time it will end. Payment interval. Anong payment interval natin dito? Yeah, it's monthly. And the payment interval is monthly. The end pa rin siya, no? So, at the end, lalagyan ko lang ng end kasi there are 2 possible ways. It could be a start and then the interest period is annually. Double N, double L. Okay. So, they are different. And as you can see, this one is an example of, what is this? Kung titingnan natin, what type of annuity is this? Number 1, this is?
Simple, sir.
Simple, yeah, thank you. This is a simple annuity. And yung sa baba is a general annuity. Okay. Now let's have another, identify the payment interval, interest period, and the type of annuity for the following situations. An annuity of 8,000 pesos every 3 months for 10 years with an interest rate of 8% compounded annually. So, payment interval. Anybody? Payment interval. It is every 3 months, no? So, it means this is quarterly. Yeah. Quarterly. Pero hindi siya masasabi ko, ang starting point niya ay so quarterly ang bayad niya. Every 3 months for 10 years. Interest period. This is annually. What is our type of annuity? Hello? What type of annuity is this? General. Thank you. So it's a general annuity. Next, number 2. Tina deposited 20% of her salary every 3 months for 5 years to a savings account with an interest rate of 3.5% compounded quarterly. So what is the payment interval? Every 3 months. So it is still quarterly na kasi 4 na beses sa isang taon or every 3 months. That is the equivalent. And the interest period is quarterly. So what type of annuity is this? This is simple. Yeah, this is a simple annuity. Now, number 3. Mr. Lancheta paid 300,000 pesos as a down payment for a car. The remaining amount is to be settled by paying 20,000 pesos at the end of each month for 5 years with 12% interest rate compounded monthly. So what is the payment interval? Ang kanyang payment interval is monthly. And the interest period is monthly din. So, monthly. And that means the type of annuity this is simple. Yeah. It's a simple annuity. So, clear na sa atin ang general and simple annuity. Do you have some question? If not, let's proceed to the future value of annuity. So, the future value of annuity is the sum of all the payments on an annuity, including the interests, of course. So, that means i-add natin from first one and up to so on. At the end of the last interest, conversion period is called the future value of annuity. So, say for example, let X, yung X pala dito is the rate, yung rate natin. So, ito interest rate. Ito lang natin siya. Okay. Kasi kung ano siya mag-interest siya. So, that is P, the principal, plus the interest. So, this is it. Next is, ito siya ngayon dito, yung pera natin, pag ilalagay natin siya sa third, or say, ilalagay ka na ng pera dito, this is P, another P, another P. So, yung pagdating dito, 1, 2. So, dalawang beses na siya nag-gain ng interest. So, since that is compounded, we say that this is X squared. And this one is X. Gets nyo? Hello?
Yes, sir.
So, at T equals 3, yung P pa rin multiplied by 1. So, that is the principal plus yung example third. So, it means ito na ang mag-generate ng interest once. So, that is the interest or the rate of interest kasi may P na sa kabila. And then ito, 1 and 2. So, yan, dalawa yan siya. And then ito, 1, 2, and 3. Katatlo na siya. Kung T equals 4 at T equals 4, yung principal natin, so for example, mag-4 tayo dito. So, ito, kaapat na ito, yung first. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, that is, pwede nating baliktarin, no? X to the 4th. Plus this one, ito siyang ikatatlo. 1, 2, and 3. Katatlo na yan siya. Then, ito siya ay kadalawa na. And then this one, plus X squared plus 1. Okay. So, this is a pattern actually. And we have to note that in algebra, if we have X squared, plus x plus 1, this can be factored as x cubed minus 1 over x minus 1. Sabi, i-factor na natin. This is factored as x minus 1. I-factor natin. X squared multiply plus x plus 1 over x minus 1. So this will be cancelled. And what happened? That is x squared plus x plus 1. So when we have this, 1 over x, 1 plus x squared, this can be written as x cubed minus 1 over x plus 1, x minus 1 times p. Okay? Then this one can be written as, i-factor natin yan, that is equivalent to x to the 4th minus 1 over x minus 1 times p. This one can be written as p times x to the 5th minus 1 over x minus 1. Actually, that is a theorem na kung meron tayong x, sa mata. Wait lang. That is a theorem actually in algebra that if you have your x to the power of n plus x to the power of n minus 1 up to x plus 1, this is equivalent to x to the power of n plus 1 over x to the n minus 1. Actually, this is a theorem. And if you want to prove that one, you can use the mathematical induction. So in here, Mark deposited 10,000. That is the same scenario with Mark, and we take note of yung interest or the rate of increase. So Mark deposited 10,000 on September 11. So here, 10,000 September 11, and had deposited the same amount on the same date every year until September 11, 2020. So as you can see, September 11 is the starting point. That means this is your t equals 1. Pwede na tayo mag-start at t equals 1. And had deposited the same amount, the same date every year until September 11, 2020. So, 6 years ang nakalipas. Because September 6, 2015, sana ang ano natin, ang 0. Pero since nagbayad na siya, so we can count this one as t equals 1. And then, September 2016, 2. 2017, 3. 2018, 4, 2019, 5, 2020, so 6. So that means 6 terms. The bank credits 2.2% interest compounded annually to Mr. Mark's account on the same date. Determine the future value, okay, and the present value. Okay. So what is the future and the present value? Okay. The future value is the sum of all the payments on an annuity. So, including the interest at the end of the last interest conversion period is called the future value of annuity. So, kung titingnan natin, kung nagbayad siya ng starting September 11, then mag-end sa September 11, yung September 11 na last na payment niya, hindi na siya magiging ng interest kasi yun kukunin na yung pera. So, it means, hindi na yun siya mag-interest. That is the last part. That is, pwede siya maging plus 1. Is called the future value. So, the present value, if today's value of a future payment series of annuity is desired, the quantity needed is called the present value of annuity. So, the today's value of a future payment. So, binabayaran. Ito yung value, and this is the future payment series. So, you want to desire, so parang loan siya, the quantity is called the present value of annuity. So, the formulas in computing the future and the present value. So, kanina we have the, so this is 1 plus j raised to the power of n minus 1 times the principal or the r, or the regular payment times the j. So, the j here is the interest rate per period. Bakit natin kanina naging x minus 1 or x minus 1? Malalaman natin later on bakit siya nagkaganon. Yung future value natin dito is noted as f. So this is the future value. The r is the regular payment. So regular payment. And the interest rate per period is j equals r over m. So, the interest rate per period. So, magkakaiba na ito dito sa, sa general at saka sa simple. Usually, sa general ito, mangyayari yung R over M. Okay. So, yung M na sinasabi is yung period, yung compounding. And we have his J here. And the number of payments, that is N, that is equal to T times M, where T is the time. So, how many years? And then how many, what is hindi siya mag-agi. The payment interval. So, ang M natin dyan is the payment interval. Hindi siya natapos of define, no? So, the M here is payment interval or the schedule and paying. And here, ano pa ang wala na define? Yung T is the number of total or say the time frame. Ano pa ang wala define? The R na maliit. The R is the rate, of course. It is in percent or it must be in decimal, of course. In general, TJ must be converted to an equivalent rate per payment interval. Okay. So, ito yung formula natin. So, if x here, we have x plus 1 raised to the power of n minus 1, or this is our 1 plus j raised to the power of n. This is our x raised to the power of n minus 1. So, ang x natin doon is yung 1 plus j, no? Is equals to x. So, therefore, your j natin is equals to x minus 1, no? So, kung dati na, natin that this is x to the n minus 1 over x minus 1. So, this can be written as 1 plus j raised to the power of n minus 1. Ito yung atong x. Kasi ang x natin dito is 1 plus j, diba? And then that is 1 plus j raised to the power of n over ang x minus 1 natin is ang j. Kasi ilipat natin yung minus 1 and you get j here. So, mag-arrive talaga siya dito. Bakit hindi ito ang ginawang formula? Actually, there are some books that use the formula para ma-align siya sa ating sa ating knowledge on algebra. But in here, kina-clarify natin that the J here is the interest rate per period. Okay? Interest rate per period. Very clear na mag-take effect ang ating interest in that period. So, pareho lang ang formula actually ng simple annuity at saka ang general annuity. But the problem is, yung sa general annuity, yung J ang i-convert natin sa equivalent rate per payment interval. So, dapat maano siya ma-convert. So, how to convert that one? Let's use this. J equals R over M. For the present value, we have here, the present is the today's value is the regular payment, 1 minus 1 plus j raised to the power of negative n over j. And R, 1 minus, pareho lang sa formula actually. Negative kasi pabaliktad. Okay. Pabaliktad kasi mag-start siya dito sa, dito siya sa end, then papunta sa today's value. Okay. So in here, let's have an example of Mark. So si Mark natin, is the payment interval is the same as the interest period kasi simple lang ito. Simple annuity. We have here monthly, ang kanyang yearly, ang kanyang pagbigay, and then annually din ang kanyang interest. So, we can say that our R is 10,000. So, very clear, 10,000. That is the amount to be paid or at a regular payment. And then our T here is 6 years. Why? Because it started from 2015, then it will end to 2020. So, that means T equals 6. And we have here the annually. So, ang M natin is annually. So, M is 1. Annually, yeah. Yung M natin, the periodic, the interest period. So, i-clear natin. Tama ba ang pag-define natin? Hindi natin na-define kanina that the interest period or the payment interval annually. Then the R is 2.2% or we can have 0.022. And the J is equals to R over M. Okay, so it is 0.022, the R. So, the N is T times M. So, ang T natin ay 60 years. So, times, that means 6. So the future value is defined with 10,000 times 1 plus 0.022 raised to the power of 6 minus 1 over 0.022. So we multiplied, we follow first the PEMDAS rule. Mas maganda kung nilalagyan natin ng open and close dito. The reason, para hindi siya makalito. So it means unahin talaga itong nasa loob ng parenthesis and then unahin ng exponent. So parenthesis, that is 1 plus 1.022 raised to the power of 6. So 1.022 raised to the power of 6, and that is 1.139476505 minus 1, and that is 0.39 divided by 0.022. Okay. So the answer is 6.339841. Then, i-multiply natin siya sa 10,000, of course, you'll get 63,398.41 pesos. So it means, ang kanyang interest actually is, for the accumulated is 3,000. Yung nadagdag na pera niya is 3,398.41. Yun ang nadagdag na interest. Okay? So, the present value naman. So, the present value is, we have R, 1 minus 1 plus J raised to the power of negative N over J. And you have your 10,000. So, i-clarify natin that the present value of annuity is the today's value of a future payment series. So, mas maliit yung kanyang, yung kanyang value of the annuity is desired. Mas maliit yung value niya. So, you have 10,000, 1 minus, we calculate 1 plus 0.022 over 0.022, then you have 1.022, so it is negative. So that is equivalent to 55,638.19. Okay. So it means, kanyang starting from September 11, so, yung 60,000 niya doon, supposedly, yung babayaran niya is 55,638 yung today's value. It means kung magbayad siya ng 60,000, kasi 10 times 6, that is, yung babayaran niya, yung present value, is 55,638.19. Yun yung parang yun yung accumulated na value, which is the interest kong 60,000. So, ang difference ng 60,000 at saka ang 55,638.19, yun yung interest ng 55,000. So, that is the present value. So, let's have now the activities. Determine the values of R, N, and J, and determine if it is simple or general annuity. So let's have number 1. A deposit of 2,000 was made at the end of each month for a year to an account that earns 5% interest compounded monthly. So what is our R? Ralph, what is our R here? Our R is? Yung R dito is the rate. Kasi ang R na malaki is the regular, no? Regular payment. So ang R natin na malaki is 2,000. Yes, 5%, yes. Ang N natin, Ralph. Yung N natin. Yung N. Hindi man nilagay, no, kung ilang T. Kasi ang N natin is the number of times. Was made at the end of each month for a year. So, for a year lang talaga. Yung N natin is 12. Tama, Mark? Ralph? Tama, Ralph? 12? For a year lang? Hello, Ralph?
Maring.
Yeah, I can hear you. What is your N here? 12? For a year lang, hindi kita marinig actually. Okay, kasi sa yung time. Yung J natin. Yes, yung J natin. Ano ang J natin? Compounded monthly, then monthly. So, ang M natin ay 1. So, ang J natin ay Ilan J? This is R over M. Yung J natin is R. So, ang 5% that is 0.05 over ang M natin. Monthly kasi. Monthly. Monthly for a monthly. Simple. So, 1 lang, no? That is 0.05. Kasi hindi naman siya ang monthly. Tapos naging, of course, that is 1. So, that is 0.05. Installment payments are made at the end of each month for a loan of charges 1 point interest compounded annually for 2 years. So, what is our R na malaki? Wala na. Hindi nilagay. Yung R na maliit. That is 1.05%. Yeah. Yung N, number of times. Kung month siya, each month, then compounded annually for 2 years. What is our M first? What is our M? Our M is? Can you type your answer? What is our M? M is 12, no? M is 12. Why? Because it is compounded annually and then monthly. So, that means M is 12. And the N here, 24. Kasi ang T natin is 2 years times monthly. That is 24. And our J here is R over M. So, ang R natin is 1.05. That is 0.0105 over 12. Okay. Next, solve the problem below. Tina deposited 20,000 for every 3 months for 5 years to a savings account with an interest rate of 3.5 compounded quarterly. Find the future value. So, unahin natin yung R. What is our R? We have 20,000. Our R na maliit is 3.5%. And our N here is, ang time sa naton, ang time, that is 5 years, yeah? At every 3 months. Yan. So, M naton is 4. It is quarterly. Kasi every 3 months, oh. Okay? And then, ang N natin is 5 years times 4. And that is 20. And then our J is R, which is 0.035. That is 3.5% over 4. Huh? So our future value is R, which is 20,000 times 1 plus J raised to the power of N. Our N is 20 minus 1 all over J, which is 0.035. What is 0.035? Or over J. Pwede natin yan J na lang muna. Tapos i-calculate natin. So that is 1 plus 0.035 divided by 4. The answer is, okay, plus 1. That is 1.008 raised to the power of 20 minus 1 divided by 0.035 divide 4. Okay. So the answer is 21 times 20,000. The answer is 435,062.3985. Paki-confirm kung tama using your calculator. Yung J natin is 0.035. So 0.035 divided by 4 plus 1 raised to the power of 20 minus 1 divided by yung 0.035 divided by 4. Dapat may open and close parenthesis, ha. You've got 21.7531193 times 20,000. The answer is 435,62.3985 pesos. Okay. So this is the value of the future value of the annuity. Okay. Next, we proceed to the cash flow. Cash flow is a term that refers to payments received. So, yung matatanggap nyo. Or payments or deposits made, cash outflows. So, inflow, it means received. Deposits made, cash outflow. The cash flow report is very important because it informs the reader of a business cash position. Yung bank statement, yun yung natin tinitingnan. Kung meron kayong bank account, meron kayong bank book. So, meron tayong bank statement kung paano lumabas yung pera, paano pumasok, ano yung reason na pumasok yung pera, saan galing. The fair market value or economic value of a cash flow on a date refers to a single amount. So it is just a single amount. That is equivalent to the value of the payment stream at that date. That date is called the focal date. Example, Mr. Cruz was offered a lot by a real estate agent. The agent told him to pay a down payment of 200,000 plus 20,000 at the end of each year for 5 years. Compute the present fair market value of the offer if the money can earn 5% interest compounded annually. Okay? So, still we use the present value, that is the present. The focal date is the start of the term. So, the fair market value is the down payment plus the present value of the annuity. Why? Kasi ito yung ano niya, yung fair market value kasi is what, kung ikaw ang bumili or paano mo siya ibenta sa sunod? Ano, magkano na ang price? So, that means, i-consider mo talaga yung fair market value, yung original. Of course, that is your down payment kasi nag-down ka, plus the present value of the annuity. So, we have the 200,000 plus the present value of the annuity. That is our fair market. Now, we solve the present value of the annuity as 20,000 payment at the end of each year for 5 years. Compounded 5% annually. So, this is simple. Why? Because annuity, annually ang ginagamit, and then this one as the end of each year. So, simple annuity. And to calculate for the present value, we have R here, which is equivalent to 20,000 regular payment, and the J here, so titingnan natin, yung J is I over M. So, ang M natin is 1. And then, kasi magkapareho ang M sa number of years. So, we have here, R is 20,000, ang I natin is 5%, ang M natin is 1 kasi annually, and then ang J natin is the present over M, that is 0.05. The T is 5 years, therefore the N is only 5 years. So, we have here 20,000, 1 minus 1 plus 0.05 is the power of negative 5 with a formula over 0.05, and you've got 86,589.53. So, it means the fair market value is equivalent to 286,589.53. So, the fair market value is 286,589.53. So, kung ibenta mo naman siya ulit, it means this is your basis na dapat mabawi mo yan siya. That is the fair market value. So, activity, solve the problem. First, identify the given data for 1.8. So then show your calculation and spreadsheet of paper for 5 points. So supposedly I will give you this one, but since the time is 8:34, kindly type your answer na lang. Mrs. Adarna, every one of you must have your answer. Was offered a house and lot by a real estate agent. The agent told her to pay the down payment of 100,000 plus 50,000 at the end of each year for 20 years. Compute the present fair market value. So we know the present fair market is the down payment plus the present value or PV, the present value. Okay. So the formula for the present value is equals to R times 1 plus 1 plus J. Ano, minus? This one is minus. Sorry. Is the power of negative N over J. So i-check natin. This one is minus. Isahin na lang natin ito. Okay. So that is R times 1 minus 1 plus J raised to the power of negative N over J. So yan the formula. And if the money can earn 10% interest compounded annually. So annually siya, and then at the end of each year, so this is a simple annuity. Okay? So, ang R natin, can you write? What is our R? Hello? Are you still here? Our R is? Regular payment niya is 100. Hindi siya 100,000. Ang R natin is? Ito lang 50,000. 50,000 kasi yun yung each year. So, ito yung down payment niya. That is the down payment. And ito yung babayaran niya every And then what is our I? The I here represent the interest rate. Dati R, ngayon I na. So, R dapat din siya. So, ang R natin is 10%. So, that is 10% or 0.10. Next is, ang M natin, what is our M? How many, monthly, no? So, 1 siya. Yearly. So, it means, M natin is yearly. So, each year kasi yearly. That is 1. How many years how many times per year of interval? Ang J natin ay, what is our J? That is, R over M. Ang N pala natin, over 1 lang eh. So, what is our R? 10%, so 0.10. Ang T natin is 5 years. 20! Oh my God. And our N is, pila? 20 din kasi 20 times 1. So, our R is, the present value is 50,000 times 1 minus 1 plus J. Ang J natin is 0.1, that is 0.10. Raised to the power of negative 20 all over J is 0.10. Okay. And then, what is a value here? So that is 1.10 raised to the power of negative 20. Okay. 1 minus the answer. So 0.85 divided by 0.10. Okay. Then times 50,000. So that is 425,678.1860. Okay. So the fair market value, the fair market is equals to the down payment 100,000 plus the present value, which is equal to 525,678.1860. So this is our amount. Okay. Any questions so far? Hello? And that ends